everyone. How's it going? Sorry we started a minute or two late there. We were having too much fun playing with our toys. So beforehand, and we're on ball went off too. All righty. So guys, some of you have been asking for links. Links are coming in a little bit. We're gonna start bringing people up that want to come up after we get into it for a little bit, and they can share their particular play pretty, as my dad used to call them. I brought in two other special guests here behind me, Christmas and Doc from the Expendables. And of course, they ended the movie with their knife throwing contest. All righty, so tonight, the question being, knives, do you have the right one? And actually, the full question should be, do you have the right one for the task you're doing currently? And so before we actually go on into this, I'm going to take us back here, and we're going to go down the list here and see who all's here. All right, so we have Jay's here, and Jay's a man after my heart. He loves his Gerbers. Courtney from Wide Family Farm. The Kraken 2.0 is in the house. And then the evil twin stuck his head in there, asked a couple questions, and we'll revisit those questions here in a moment. Just for laughs and giggles. And Kraken will be asking you what the answer is to your question. And then we have Will from JIT Preparedness Info, Kaylin Strain, CR, that's Creative Redundancy from north of the border. Gunslinger, hey, how's it going, Gunslinger? And Gunslinger gave me a link for this. I'll be sharing that link later on. It's an informative bit about knives, and by another channel, because basically he goes in and explains a lot of facts about knives. And everybody's talking back and forth. All right. Okay. If you're Corsair Trainer is another man that uses knives. And I froze again. I just love this internet stuff. At least it's not as bad as Sparklight, where I would freeze out and be out for 5 minutes. The hammer mill. Oh, okay. So Kraken's was what has 8 blades on it, and he answered the hammer mill. I was going to wait a little bit, but okay. So before we jump into it, so we're going to go back up to the 2 questions that the evil twin asked. And first one was, what device has 2 knife blades? And I'll give you a hint. I know what it is.
Well, hopefully you asked the question.
Hey. That's my evil twin, not me. All right, I'll give you a hint. It's used in the kitchen. And usually it's inside of a clear plastic cylinder that you drop vegetables and stuff in. A Cuisinart.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to say it. You've got to give the people on the side chance of time to say it.
Okay, sorry. And if you ever touch one of those blades by accident, ooh, yeah, they're sharp. The other one now, and I'll wait for everybody in the side chat to answer it. What device has 4 blades? No. But yeah, most people don't think about this as being having 4 knife blades in it. So let's see here.
This is true, Caitlin. They're very sharp.
Yeah.
Scalpel sharp.
Yeah. Electric knives. I guess they could have 2 blades. The one my mom had a single blade, but it just went like a jigsaw right through it. Kaylin got it. There it is. Blenders have 4 blades in it.
Creative had it too.
So, and I was going to bring my blender and show you the thing on it, but yeah. So, all right. So let's get on here and get the slideshow up again. And let's see what going to be going on. So whether you have one big knife is your favorite knife, or whether you can't decide from which of all your kitchen knives is your favorite knife, or which of your pocket knives are your favorite knives.
Too many to pick.
Whether you have a nice set, all of one brand knives for doing all sorts of nice stuff, or you pick out one from different manufacturers because you like a particular knife from that particular manufacturer, or whether you just have some that are for specialty things only.
Those are fun.
Oh, yeah. Can you really have too many knives?
That looks like my junk drawer.
It looks like the drawer from TWA.
I had that too.
Okay, so that's the slideshow. Short slideshow tonight.
Yay.
So, yay, short slideshow. So, who wants to go first and talk about some of the knives they have and why? Al's pointing at you, Dave.
Why me? Just because I probably have more than anybody else here.
Unless you want me to go first with some of the stuff I have.
Please go first. Yours are pretty.
Okay.
Mine are all used.
I'm going to start with the simplest knife I have. The simplest, everyday carry. My box cutter utility knife. And if I break the blade on this, I got spares.
Hey, it's invisible.
Yes,
Well,
invisible box.
The case turns invisible if I get it the right angle, but all these blades here are not invisible. Now the next simple, semi-simple, I consider simple even though it's not simple, because it's a multi-tool, my Gerber, and it has two different knife blades in it. It has a regular knife blade, and then the other side has a serrated knife blade. If I have to pry anything, I ain't using the knife blades. I'm using the pliers part to pry with this one. Now, one of the other ones I have here, so one of the other knives I have comes in an invisible case. Oh, no, it's just the green screen. It is. And I gave a bunch of these away on my giveaway. I gotta make sure I don't cut myself again. These things are daggone sharp.
Oh, yeah. I got one, too. Gil sent it to me.
Yeah. These things are stupidly sharp.
They're not David Sharp.
No, if it's David Sharp, we wouldn't pull it out of the sheath.
Yeah. If it's David Sharp is from Kill Bill 1. If upon your journeys you should meet God, God would be cut. That's how sharp David's stuff is.
I want it to heal clean. If I cut myself, I want it to heal clean and quickly.
Yeah. So, and if any of you saw the video I did last week on the Sharp Ball knife sharpener, a boning knife. What's I like about this knife is, particularly, it's got 3 pins in it, which means it is full tang.
Yep, old hick.
Now, one of the other ones I had in there is a half tang. Only goes halfway back, and it doesn't come out the bottom. So it stays at this point here and goes this point here and just travels right on back to the halfway mark. So it's a little bit more than a rat tail, but it's in between a rat tail and a full tang. I actually, when I was digging through my these knives here I'm doing right now are my mom's from when she was a professional chef. This is a bread knife, German pastry chef bread knife. It's got a curve on it because when they cut through the bread, it kind of curves, and that's what she got it from while working with them. And then my mom's knife, which is this knife she had before my sister was born. My sister was born in 1947. You do the math. This is one of the few knives that actually has, if I see it, let me get it here right. I want the side here. Is it, there we go. Actually has my mother's name carved in it. And this is one of her main ones she used as a chef. And it's been sharpened so much, you can see it's got a little divot there and stuff, but yeah. This one's
needs its belly fixed.
Yes, it needs its belly fixed. But this is one of those ones that as kids we were not allowed to touch until we were in our teens, and then just to pick it up and hand it to her. And of course, if you have good kitchen knives, you have to have, especially for carving meat, you have to have a good full tang fork. And
the fork I have is 18 inches long.
Yeah. Well, this is
of course mine's maybe for barbecuing, but
yeah. Now my last knife, which I just got today, it came in the mail. Yay!
Golf clap, golf clap.
There we go. Here's the stand for it, and there it is. And up the blade's backwards, and it says on it, if I can get it to do it, you can see it says Alaska. So that's made up there in Alaska. And so this is how do you pronounce it? How do you pronounce it, Al? Ulu.
Oh, Dave said it. Ulu.
Dave said it. Yeah.
Yeah. So next week we're going to see a video from Gil up in Alaska skinning whales.
I better take the pony knife so I can get all the blubber off the bone.
Save the anus. I pickle whale anus, so a lot of people are not going to enjoy that pickling show. Nope. We're not going to can that meat.
No, we're not. We're not even going to get near that meat.
Okay.
Nope.
Dave, you have the old Swiss Army knife, right?
No, nothing of the sort.
Okay, that's the knockoff. I got the original Swiss. This is the new evolution. This one has a tension bar instead of the spring.
Yeah, mine's got the little spring steel in it, and it's messed up. So
yeah, but the tension bar is 100% sharper. And look at that. It's part of the mainstream right here. So it'll never pop out. And it gives a great chopping. And that's the Evolution series for this one. And that's usually what I carry in my pocket knife. And like Gil froze again. I also have a multiple. I'm very fashionable. I have a blue one.
Mine's titanium. Oh, no, it's not. I wish it were titanium.
Like I said, like Dave says, I'm not too big of a knife fanatic. I like to do things fast and poke things really fast, really quick. I know it's cheap steel. I have kitchen knives, but I don't want to show them. They're all beat up and old, like Dave said. But I like pokey. This is my favorite because I'm old. I don't like to carry the weight. And what I carried in my Air Force days, this came from the base. You see that? $31 from the base commissary. Gerver.
Mark II.
Yep, the original. I had to replace the leather sheath. This is not the wasp blade. This is the original. I like this.
Well, it's the wasp serration.
It isn't too waspy. It's just regular.
It's a little bit, yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's nice. I like this model. And then the sheath. This is a repro, not a very good one, but it does work. But I really like this. Or, you know, ask Dave. And then I brought my, let's put that away. Kitty stuff. Every boy should have one of these.
Cookery.
Yep.
I got a small one out in the safe.
Original. Drunken Gurkhas. Yay.
10 bonus points if you could tell people why it was actually designed in that fashion.
Figure that one out, folks. And then my pirate machete or Bowie machete. It's a garden tool. That's what I'm going to say in court. Your Honor, it's just a garden tool. I don't know where it's hit.
I bought it at Lowe's.
It's used for cutting corn stalks and sugarcane.
Yep.
And pesky weeds.
Yep.
Just because it has kneecaps doesn't mean anything, but you know.
And then I got some weird stuff. I brought my box of weird stuff. Now, I think Dave and Jill see these in their old days, but I can't do this anymore because I'm old and I can't flip these things anymore very good.
Yeah. Al, that is a beautiful reproduction piece of plastic you have there.
Yes.
If people don't understand, he lives in California. Enough said.
Yeah.
And we all know what this is, but we don't want to see it. So
Yes.
Dave used a lot of these, right, Dave?
Never. Not a day in my life.
You never threw these?
Never.
Interesting.
Never. Sarcastic never.
I used to make
4 point, 5 point, 8 point.
Can't remember where to put the 8 point. Oh, 8 point. 4 point.
Yeah, those are just props from the show Kung Fu.
Exactly.
Yep.
Reproduction props.
Right. And then this one. It has a side switch right here, which is kind of interesting, kind of weird. Because Uncle Alan has bad hands. So I can't pull out the blade with my thumbnail. So I have a little lever right here. And it locks automatically, which is really nice because it was designed for the blade's not that big. It's for people with arthritis. Unfortunately, the company went out of business. Everybody else used scissors. Let's see.
That's not the Kung Fu I was talking about, Courtney, but Kung Fu Hustle is a very funny movie.
Yeah, yes, it is. I don't have the Chinese cleaver with me right now.
Or Big Trouble in Little China.
Yep.
Well, I got if we go if I change this up, I can't. We got the Chinese cleaver for the background here behind all three of us.
Right. This one is a prop. It's not sharpened, and it's a parachuter knife. But bad thing is you can't really cut or stab anybody. It goes back into the handle. That was another movie prop. Let's see. What the heck was this one? This came from the 1980s, I think. Yeah, 80s. Because I showed my grandnephews. I lived in the old days where the dinosaur lived. And this is the one that's Steven something. I can't remember. The fat guy, sheriff. Kung Fu guy. Or Kwai-Kon-Do. Or I can't remember. It's so long ago.
Steve has a message for you.
Yeah, but it's too short and it fits in there. This one, they tried it out, but I can't remember how it works.
Hey, prep for it.
Right. Anyway, you're supposed to move this, and it's supposed to. It's one of the assisted ones, and it goes like that. But I don't know how to work. I just collect these. Some of these are movie props. Some of them are replicas and plastic.
Because he's
not real. Yep. I have shanks, and I can make those out of anything.
He's
Chicken
got a sharpened
bones.
toothbrush right there next to him, folks. Be careful.
Yep. And I got sharpened turkey bone, lamb bone. Let's see. I got this in Spain, but I don't know what it is. Oh, yeah.
I like that. Oh, yeah, you found something special.
Oops. There we go. Nadia. I just can't find the big one. Oops.
All right, Steve. Enjoy.
Yep. Later, Steve.
All right. Don't eat too much.
Somebody watches old Uncle. Yeah. 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 Like I said, I have a whole bunch. You want to talk, Dave? I still got a half a box to go.
I said a couple. Not the entire armory. Not the entire armory.
It's just one box. I didn't bring out the trunk.
Oh, okay.
And don't forget, folks, I'm not a Smurf. I just look like one, or a leprechaun, or elf. Okay, Dave, go for it.
Okay. Daily carry is a charade. And if you take a real close look at the blade, you can see it's well used. It cuts everything. Rope, small cable, helps pry stuff open because charades are solid. So it gets used for virtually everything. Matter of fact, I see now I got to re-profile the blade. Yay. It's helping the guy work on the Jeep today. So my pride and joy is the knife that I actually had made for my original channel, Homesteading for Beginners, which is why, I don't know if it'll show it, right up here it says WD for Wolfsden. This is D2 tool steel, Scandi grind, 5 millimeters thick, full tang, flat pommel for crushing. It weighs a ton. It chops through sticks and twigs like they're butter. My custom-made sheath for it. Hey, recyclable. I also have, and as you've seen, there's a flashlight and flint magnesium there. My other daily carry when I feel ambitious is this little combination. I have a tiny little Damascus steel here, which is great for skinning, and it's razor sharp. So sharp that every time I put it in the sheath, I basically cut the sheath. And this is one of my cheaper knives. Excuse me. This is an Elkridge bushcraft knife, 20 bucks on eBay. I've put this thing through hell and back. The devil said, get out of here, because I cut his toenails with it when he didn't like it. So, but a cheap knife will get you somewhere. You don't have to go out and spend over $400, which is the retail on the knife I had made for my channel. The retail on that knife is over 400 bucks. The more expensive the steel, the more exotic the grind, the more expensive it's going to get. Now, I have behind me a whole bunch of other stuff. And I could probably take up the next half hour talking about most of it. Most of it you guys have seen already. Machetes, the Crocodile Dundee knife, you know, my cane sword, my other sword. I mean, for the most part, you guys have already seen what I got. I have a nice collection. The biggest thing to think about is, do I need one knife or do I need multiple? If you are in a, let's go to bug out situation, for whatever reason, you have to leave where you're at. 1 is none, 2 is 1. 3 is better. 4, as long as it's not too heavy, is ideal. But the reason I say that is you're going to need a knife for cooking. You're not going to want to use your cooking knife for anything other than your food. That needs to stay as clean as possible. So you're not going to want to use it to skin nothing. You're not going to want to use it to baton wood. You're not going to want it to use cutting cable or anything like that. You need that knife to be strictly for food. You also need a knife for skinning. So a nice thin, small knife, very sharp blade for skinning. So there's 2. Then you need a good general all-around, all-purpose knife. Oops, there with the iPhone. Something like this, a decent bushcraft knife, 20 bucks. It's got a decent spine to it. It is full tang. These also have a little hollow in the inside the tang. Between the two handles, you can put a small fishing kit, small sewing kit. So, you know, you need a decent bushcraft knife. A $20 knife can get you somewhere. Is it ideal? Probably not. But in a pinch, will it work? Yep. Make sure I put it back in the sheath, right? And then, last but not least, for your knives, you need quality holsters. Don't go with the bargain basement leather piece of crap that comes with most knives, or the cloth thing that comes with them. That's fire starter. Get Kydex or quality leather made for it. I prefer Kydex personally because it's weatherproof. I don't have to worry about it. I can put drain holes in it, and it's not going to affect the sheath in any way, shape, or form. You put a drain hole in leather, and you've got a spot for it to start sucking moisture back up into the blade. So I prefer Kydex. That's just my personal opinion. And for now, I'll shut up so we can get other people up here.
Okay. And just before we get other people up here, I want to pull something up here for you guys. So earlier today, I was chatting with online on the comments with Gunslinger on a different video about tonight's video. So he sent me a link, and I'm not going to play it all. I'm just going to give you a quick show of it. This is David Canterbury, and he has this is a 36-minute video, and he goes through and he explains all about the thickness, his preference, and he keeps emphasizing this is his preference of what he uses, because other people may have other choices. There's nothing wrong with other choices, but this is his preference. And he goes through and explains about full tang. All the knives he's showing all in front of him are full tang. The three off to the side are what he calls rat tail tang. And he explains that besides his bushcraft knife, which he keeps in his pack, he has another knife he always keeps on his belt. So let me grab that link here.
And to answer the quick questions here. So creative. Carbon steel by far and away is your best bet for quality edge. When you ruin that edge by putting a dent in it or taking the chip out of it, reprofiling it is a real pain in the arse, but you're rewarded with a much better cut. Stainless is easier to cut, but it doesn't hold its edge worth of crap. It rolls the edge real easy. So, I mean, if you want something cheap, get a stainless standard grind. It will do you fine. In a pinch, that's what that green knife was, the Elkridge Bushcraft. It's a standard blade, stainless steel. I've rolled the edge on it I don't know how many times working with it because I was being a little careless, not due to any fault of the knife itself. The one I had made for my channel was D2. It's high carbon steel. It takes an edge. It takes a minute to get there, but it holds its edge really well. And that one, I can cut down a tree and I can skin a deer with it. It's just unwieldy to do so.
Yeah. Just an example. So this boning knife is stainless. My mom's favorite knife, as you can tell, that's not stainless. Good high carbon stuff. So I'm going to put it back in its cover here. I don't get cut because it likes to cut me when I'm not paying attention.
Oops.
Did it again.
Yo, I got the band-aids right here. I brought them.
Did it again. Anyways, one of the things I liked about what David Canterbury was saying on that video I put the link in there for is that you should, have knives have different purposes. You don't take a 4 to 6 inch knife and try to chop down a tree with it. It's not made for that.
You also don't use that same knife to baton wood with either.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take a Mora knife and baton wood with it. I just don't advise it.
Yeah. So, you're not going to try chopping down a tree, because one of the things when you're swinging a small knife, a short knife that's wide against a tree, it's going to try to roll on you. And that's what's going to happen with the Dave's going after a bigger knife. it's going to go. It's going to roll the edge on it, and you basically you've lost the sharpness of that knife. Yeah. Yeah. The question says three blade system. And of course, first aid and tools go hand in hand.
Now, take that little toy you've got, go out to the woods, play with your woods toy. I'll take this.
Okay. I prefer carrying this. It's a lot easier.
That's exactly what Mr. Canterbury said was you don't use a knife as a hatchet. Take a hat. There you go. Take a hatchet.
And
yeah, the noise is all stuff Dave's moving around there, all the boxes and stuff.
As you can see, I keep most everything within reach.
Yeah. All right, so now I hate Batani. That's my personal. There are better ways than breaking your. Here we go. Yeah, here we go.
I have a saw here around here, but I can't remember where I put it.
One of the knives I did not bring up here this time is my Gerber BMF, and on the back of the spline, it's basically a massive saw blade. It's 1/4 inch thick, and it's got big old nasty cutting blades on there for cutting through limbs and stuff like that. I don't use the blade for chopping with that one.
Hey, Kaylin, one of these days, I'll try and remember to email you a link to this guy right here. See if I can do it. It has multiple attachments. It's got a compass. It's got a glass breaker. Sorry, it takes a minute. It's got a ferro rod. It's got a knife with a saw blade. The saw blade does fairly adequate for setting traps, for making snares. It has a spot that you can put like tinder and stuff in it. And of course, it's got the head. I only paid $25 for this little guy. So I think it's a well worth investment. And it's not that heavy. It breaks down into a very small spot, so you can carry it in a smaller bag if needed. And I do have a review video on this somewhere on my website, my page. I'd have to go look for it. Oh yeah, Kaylin, you're right. Some of them are just crap. This one's not. I put it through its paces, and I'm fairly well pleased with it, which is why it stays right next to my bulletproof vest.
Hey, Tibor, on the paperwork I got with my BMF, it specifically said it was a wood saw.
Oh, and I forgot, this also has a whistle in it. I know y'all just appreciated that, didn't you?
Yep.
Oh!
I'm deaf. I've been listening to Campfire. And I had this. It's a keister shank. So once you get in prison, you pull it out of your keister, and then it has a little hole on top. See that? And you put it together. And there you go, folks. Shank.
Just by 1,000 paper cuts.
Yep. But it's pretty hard.
Oh, Anthony's in the house.
Hey, Anthony.
Palmetto prepared. Getting tongue-tied here. All right. All right. Since Anthony's in here, hey, Anthony, I sent you the link if you want to get your knives out, especially that nice bread cutting knife you have, and talk about it.
He probably has the baby, so he's worried about harpooning the baby.
I'm laughing at two of these guys. So first, what Kraken said about the whale hiney, and then Anthony saying, "Do I realize I got a man whispering in my ear?" He ain't whispering. That was a whistle.
And remember this one that was really popular in the 90s? You put your keys up right here, and then it comes up and goes down. It wasn't a big seller. It was kind of a novelty.
Yeah. And it's not sharp, right? You're in Camppatton.
Right. It's just a prop. This whole box used to be an old movie stuff. And this one, everybody's seen this one, but I got it working backwards. You have to manually. Oh God, this is hard.
Yeah, Urban Grandpa Prepper. That's Wesley Snipes, aka Doc from Expendables 3.
Right.
And of course, that's Christmas.
Okay, this is why this didn't sell well with trade. World's worst switchblade, but I have it working backwards. Okay? Because I have to really, really push it to get it out of the case. Unfortunately, it's a prop, and that's all it does.
It retracts. It hides.
Right. It doesn't stick out because it's against California law if it was working the other way. And man, this spring is strong, so it's just a prop. I can lock it, but it'll take me an hour to unlock it.
Okay, let me get over here. So I put this in over here.
That's why we have 45s, folks. Oh, this one. Go ahead.
If anybody would like to come up here and talk about their knives, there is the link going in the chat. Or if you're Courtney, there's the link in the link.
Oh, wait, I can't open that one. It still has the collector seal on it. Yeah, I know, Gunslinger. I'm in California, but I also have the little tags on it. It's work from the government. See, it says, warning, movie prop, do not use in real life.
So Anthony's favorite knife right now is his Tops Silent Hero.
Oh, that's a good knife.
Okay, I'm gonna put something in private chat, Gil. As soon as my
Okay.
computer decides to catch up.
Yeah. And let me find something else here real quick while that's coming up. There it is. So let me go. What we got here? That one there.
And it should be the first one that pops up when you click on that link. It's now up to $35 for that survival hatchet.
Okay. And how to get out? It's got a block on it telling me to log in.
Yeah, personally, I think it's viable to create an account on Wish, even if you never buy anything there. Sometimes you can come across a good deal on something that's,
Okay.
valuable.
So it's not going to let me do that. So what I'll do is I'll just put that link down in the chat. This is the link that I'm putting in there right now. Is
Where you can search
for
for that survival hatchet that I showed.
yeah.
It's on the
Now-
Wish website, and like I say, just create an account and sign up for the emails. Sometimes they get fishing gear on there. A couple weeks ago, they had a clearance on fishing gear. One of the kits was a 200-piece lure kit with everything from worms to bass jigs for $20. 200 pieces at $20 is a pretty decent deal. Even if you lose one every time you go fishing, it pays for itself.
All right. Let me pull this up. This is a knife that Anthony at Palmetto prepared did a review on last year, and so let me bring it up here. This is it on Amazon. This is a bread knife that he absolutely loves, and he says like when he's using it, when he's on his homemade bread, he doesn't get crumbs everywhere like you do with most bread knives. So this is the I can't pronounce it. TOJIRO bread slicer, and it's made in Japan. And it's right now it's $22.49. If you watch every now and then, it comes down below $20. And so the next time it does, I'm going to get it. Okay. All right. So I put the link in there. Let me do the. I thought I did. Oh, I put the wrong link in there. Doo-doo-doo. Hang on, I got to do it right here. Got to pull the right link in there. Hang on. Put the wrong link in. Okay.
What are you trying to do now?
Trying to put the link for the
X.
There we go. There's the StreamYard link. Okay. For any guests that want to come up here and share their knives.
So people can see it. I went ahead and screened so people could see it on the Wish website.
Yeah. Okay. There it is. There's the link that I put in earlier for Wish for Dave.
That's it. U.S. shipping. So it's right here in the U.S. It only takes a couple days for it to get to your house. I mean, today is Tuesday and it arrives by Sunday.
All right. And we got Will coming in here. He's the first one to come in. Hey, Will.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Nope.
First. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yep, we can hear you.
Here, I better turn my phone down. Is that you guys on a bad lag or what?
No.
Oh, wait a minute. I know what it is.
You're looking at the wrong one.
Mouse died.
Wait a minute. I get it.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Okay, folks, I got
There.
it.
There. I think I have it.
I'm going to watch you guys on my phone. I got people coming in. Catch you
All right.
later.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Where's the button?
Right there.
there we go.
There. Is that better?
Yep, we can hear you.
I was like double there for a minute because I had YouTube on.
Yeah.
All right. It's still doing it.
Yeah.
I don't hear nothing.
All right. Yeah, Kayla can hear it. I can hear a little bit in the background.
Yeah, Battle Horse knives. That's who made mine. Is Battle Horse. It's the only company I could find that was reasonable in price.
Try that. Have everything knocked off now except for you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We've always been able to hear you.
Yeah. I had too many things going on. So I was being confused.
Yeah.
All right. There. Here, I got the Tennessee toothpick. Dave has one of these, don't you, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
This thing's pretty handy. I don't like chopping with it, but I can, but I don't like to. And I have this. This is more like my camping knife. It's a regular old stainless steel. The make-believe saw on the back here. And I think Gil has one of these things here. I use this a lot. It's a folder. I like it because it has the clip on it, and you can change the blades. So it's always razor sharp because it's a razor blade. And it has little tools in here. Does yours have tools in it, Gil?
No, mine's nice and simple. It just has the blade
These
on it.
have
and
tools.
it
They
has-
come out and they fit right in the bottom here.
and mine
Makes
just
it
has a belt hook on it.
makes it a screwdriver too. And you gotta be careful when you're closing it because it's sharp. I've cut the tip of my fingers on it several times. It's gonna cross over this. This one here is Kalen's. This is Kalen's knife here. And Jerry's workshop made this for her. You guys know Jerry's wood shop.
Man, the guy that likes to play with ferro rods on fire? Nah, I never met
Yeah.
the guy.
So that's Kalen's strange knife. Let me get it up there. Hard to see in that green screen.
Yeah.
But there's a nice handle on it. Believe it looks like it's walnut. And then she sent it to me so I could make her a sheath for her. So I made her a sheath. And I put this on here. She got a ferro rod, so I added a little ferro rod holder on there for her. What else? Got this one here. It's a flipper. Not too much of a flipper anymore. I got to work on it. Didn't want to flip out there. But I like it. I liked it because the handle is made out of crushed glass. So that's why I bought it. It's just a cheap knife. I think I paid $25 for it. But I'd never heard of a ground glass make a handle for a knife. So I said, well, I've got to have it. It's a flipper. I like this one here too. It's a assisted knife, but none of these knives cost me a lot of money, like $25-$30 for the most expensive one, and probably $8 or $9 for the least expensive one. And then I've got this thing here. I don't want Gil to feel like he's outdated or anything, but got this. It says right here, Alaska on it.
Uh.
That's mine. That's all I got out anyway. I could get out more, but it's like Dave says, you could overkill yourself on knives. I think if you got testosterone in your veins, then you probably got knives, lots of them, you know.
Well, see, ever since I was a kid, I've always collected knives. Now, mind you, I've had to restart my collection many times over, but
That's how my son is. He's got a shitload of knives.
I could give away a knife every day for the next 2 months and still have some left over.
That's probably how he is. But now he just turned 21, so now his interests are turning to the bang bang stuff. So.
One of the things that when Al was showing his webinar, I'd have my Mark II out in the shop like this one here. For those that were watching my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, I gave away one of these Mark IIs unopened in its factory box for the one of the grand prize winners. So I still have 2 more out there, and the one if I bring it in, you can tell it's been used. I used it a lot when I first got it before I realized, dumbass, it's a collector's item. But,
Yeah, you were supposed to let me win that knife. I remember that.
well, the spinning wheel didn't come up on you. Actually, no, that was the hat draw. That was the hat draw.
Yeah, that was the hat.
That was the hat.
I cried a little bit that night. I'll be honest. I cried a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah. So but what's I like about this one here is, and it doesn't show. It's kind of hard to tell here, but the blade with the handle is at a. I'm trying to remember. Is it 17 degrees? No, I think it's 11-degree tilt. So that when you hold out with it straight, the blade stays in line with your hand instead of tipping down or tipping up. Excuse me. So that's one of the other ones I have out there. That's one of my pride and joys. I got 2 of them left, and yeah, they stay pretty much in the gun safe now.
Okay, I'm going to address something here real quick. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, I need my knife sharpened. Oh, I need my." Yes, Courtney, I'm talking to you. Okay, go to Walmart or your other favorite multi-big box store. Go to the hunting, fishing, and other accessories section and look for your Smith's, SMITHS, sharpening supplies. You can find this little guy. It's 4 pieces. You've got a coarse and a fine stone, a little rod, and a nice nifty little device here. Oh, how does it work? Well, give me just a second. I'll be happy to show you. Considering if you're going to have knives, you need a way to sharpen. And for those who are unfamiliar with sharpening knives, this is possibly the easiest one for you to learn with and use. It's easy enough my son can use it. And that's why I like it, because it's simple. So it opens up like this. And then you've got wheels here and here. And let's say I need to sharpen this knife, which I really do. So you put your blade in here. See if I can get my fingers to cooperate. And you put it in so it's centered. Then I'm going to bring it down out of camera for a second so I can do this without cutting myself. Because if I'm not careful, I will cut myself. Tighten down your little thumb screws that are in the middle. Yes, Kaylin, that's me.
Absolutely, Tibor. You don't throw the Mark IIs.
Okay, so once you get it assembled like this, you tighten these screws right here down so the blade is nice and solid. Then in this case, I need to reprofile it. So I'm going to pick the coarse, which is yellow. Attach your rod to your stone. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then, oops. Then what you do is you take the rod and you put it through. What?
You didn't lose a finger, did you? You said, oops.
No, not yet. What you need to do is you need to take and put it in one of the holes on the side and then look really closely right here. Figure out how to hold it. Let me spin it. It's upside down, but deal with it.
Yeah.
You want to take and look at it and see if the blade and angle match. All right. If it doesn't match, which in this case it does not, I need to go to the one lower, which in this case is a 20 degree. And nope, one more. Oh, that's right. I forgot I reprofiled this blade. So what I do is when you figure out where you want to do it, I'm just not going to do it hard. You just take and back and forth, nice and gently. Don't push down. Don't use a lot of force. Then whatever you do, go to the other side and repeat the process. The exact same number of strokes all the way across on both sides. When you're done with that, when you've got all your burrs out, when you've got everything nice and done, you change your stone. In this case, it's a 2-stone system, so it's really simple. And you repeat the process with your fine. Now, when you get these kits, they come with a little bit of honing oil. On the diamond bit, you really don't need to use it, but I recommend using a little bit of oil on it anyway, because it helps remove the iron particulates off of the stone, especially the coarse diamond. And then you put honing oil on here and go over your blade again. This is 25 or so bucks for the sharpening system. It's lightweight. You can put it in a bug out bag, and it'll be a lifesaver if you're out in the woods. So everybody can sharpen their own knives. Just pick up a nice cheap little system, 25 bucks, and you'll be golden. I'm done.
Okay. I noticed you had a video out from a knife sharpening system from Wish.
Yes, that is a more high dollar, and it's gone up in price since my video. They've raised the price. I was contacted by Wish, and they said, thank you for the sales. I said, where's my sponsorship? They said, no, they said,
you just showed I have one of those. They are a good sharpener.
And they'll sharpen your kitchen knives. It's by far and away that, for me, because it has so many stones and you can buy different, even more, it's probably the best system I've got, other than when I do it by hand with sandpaper.
Yeah, the one I got only has 3 stones, but by the time you're done, that knife is sharp.
Hey, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy, North Star Prep Center. So, Dave, you want me to go ahead and share that video from Wish?
Sure.
Okay, so this is the video from Wishes at the beginning. That's the thumbnail up there in the there. And here is the, make sure I got that right. Yep, that's the right one. There's the link to Dave's Wish video. And so he goes through and he shows how to set it all up, sets it all up, explains it, shows it. So, but you want to see the video in real time? Go ahead and go over there and check it out.
Yeah, I've used mine so much I actually have to replace all my stones. They're all wore out.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, while I got your attention, if you guys aren't subscribed to Mr. Dave here, you need to get over here and hit that red button.
Please, I'm almost to 1,000.
Trying really hard to get to that 1,000 mark, you guys.
I've only been trying for the last 4 years.
He's 12 away right now. Of course, what it actually means he's 22 away, because as soon as he gets over 1,000, they're going to take 10 away.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to get that little bit extra.
Mm-hmm. So when they take it away, you're still above the 1,000 mark. So now let me go back over here and make sure I got this set up right. Thank you, Courtney. Courtney put the link to Dave's channel in the chat there, or as Courtney says, the link's in the link. Anybody else would like to join us up here? I just put the StreamYard link in there. You just got to have a camera and microphone. Sometimes they've built in one in your laptop, or if you have the, like I do, I just have the, I just had a brain fart, forgot the name of it. Logitech little camera up there with the microphone and everything in it.
Just recommend you use headphones so you don't get echo.
Yeah, headphones and earpiece. That way, we don't get echo feedback.
Especially with somebody like me who's wearing big headphones, that feedback can hurt really bad.
Yeah. So one of the things, we're showing you a lot of different knives and tools and whatnot for stuff. One of the main things is that you use, and I froze again. The main thing is you're using one of the right knives for the right job. In other words, a bread knife, you're not going to use this out to try to build.
I can't go kill a grizzly bear with that dang thing.
Nah, not unless you're Davy Crockett.
Well, my name is Dave.
Yeah, a boning knife. You're not going to use this to try to chop that, to split firewood or anything else with. So you make sure you're using the right knife for the right thing. you know, if you're opening up a lot of cardboard boxes and stuff, you want a little box cutter knife, because cutting cardboard dulls the blade really fast. And these you can just change it out and you're done with it. Yeah, the temperature is still not getting above freezing at night, Kaylin. So I need to be thawed out here. It was all nice and warm up to yesterday afternoon. Then it snowed last night, just that much on the ground this morning.
Thanks, Gunslinger. I appreciate that.
And Betty Crockett could. Good one, Kraken. So, yeah, just make sure you have, like I said, there is no one knife that does everything. For different things. You're not going to use your K-bar to cut bread without destroying the nice fresh bread.
In a survival situation, my bread's probably going to be more like flatbread. I'll
Yeah.
probably need a K-bar to cut the dang thing.
Yeah, we got up to 52 the other day, but at night it was dipping down below freezing here.
We had 65 here today.
Yeah, hang on, let me see what it is right now. Let's refresh the thing here for the weather out there. It's 37 degrees outside right now. The low tonight will be 24. The high tomorrow will be 42, then 44, then 45, then 50 on Saturday.
Well, it's only 55 here right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, it just changed. Now it's 48.
Anthony says his K-bar did it all overseas. Yeah, but I bet you wish you had some other knives over there at some point for cutting certain things. But unless you're in a survival situation, you want to make sure you're using the right knife for the right thing. Will, what do you use for cutting leather?
This is what I use. I use this and one of those wheel things for fabric.
Yeah.
But usually I just use this good old. This is a good knife for cutting leather.
Yeah. Yeah. My wife at one point was an accountant for a carpet company, and they provided all their employees with the utility knives and a big thing of
razor blades.
It's amazing. When I first bring it up, it changes color and disappears.
It's like my car. You guys, if anybody wants a magnet to put on your refrigerator, I have some magnets. Of course, they're not see-through like this one, but send me your address. I'll send you one. Good things to keep things up on your refrigerator with.
We're great for cutting Mr. Ed's. Oh.
Mysteries.
MREs. Damn autocorrect.
Yeah, mystery meats.
Hey, you just don't tell the serviceman that was a rat you caught behind the building. You don't tell them it was a rat. It's just mystery meat.
I don't know. If I'm walking out of the house and going to have something on, I'll have this one here. This one goes everywhere with me.
The gunslinger says you can have a knife that does everything, but not one that does everything great.
Which is why I have this set up with my bushcraft knife, which is good for batoning, general cutting. I have the little one for skinning. And then I have
you get a skin, cats.
Anything that gets in my way.
Watch out, Gil.
I'm not in the way. I'm in Idaho.
He's not in my way.
How are the cats there where you live in your new place?
No
I ain't
cats.
gotta worry about them.
The cats
You
are
live in
across.
a house, don't you?
Yep, no cats.
No cats, huh?
No cats. There will be no cats in this house. My wife has finally agreed to that too.
I don't know. You start getting that rodent infestation, you may start looking for some property cat.
Well, my daughter's cats across the street come over and they circle around the outside of the house, go around the shop. I'll let them go in the shop. They sniff around inside the shop and then they go back over. They hunt over here, but they just don't come in the house.
They're just coming over to visit you. They miss you.
Yeah. Especially the one that was always thrown out of the bedroom upstairs thinks that I was his play toy. He needed to sit on my lap all the time. All right, Kathy. Take care. All right. Oh, wow, we're over time. We've got
Yeah, we were over time 12 minutes ago. What are you thinking of?
I was just gonna say I had to leave anyway. It's time for me to take my medicine.
Yeah, we were 2 minutes late starting. Al and I were having too much fun going over our toys beforehand. So, as the last before I go here, I want to let everybody know what's coming up here. I'll bring this up. There we go. So, today's Tuesday. So tomorrow night at 9:30 Eastern time is Courtney at Wide Family Farm, and she's already got her thing up on YouTube. What her guest is, you have to go in there and look. She has a guest on tomorrow night, and then at 11 o'clock Eastern, Keto Homestead with Jess is hosting the pajama party. Thursday at 1 o'clock Mountain Time, which is 3 o'clock Eastern, is Will at JIT Preparedness Info. Friday night, on the Friday night special, the topic is, what are you doing now to better your position? And that's not having to do with anything other than what are you doing to better your position as a prepper or a homesteader? Make sure you're prepared for things. Next Tuesday, on Tactical Tuesday, Jess at Keto Homestead with Jess will be on here, and she'll be telling us about the keto diet, the advantages of it, and how you can modify it for your specific needs. And then
as long as we don't have to play Pictionary while we're doing it, I'll be there.
No, we're not going to do Pictionary. And then the following Friday night special is water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. So that's what's coming up here in the next week or so. So everyone, go to Dave's channel. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you are subscribed, watch 2 videos in the background. Just play them in the background. He also needs a few more watch hours to so he can, once he hits the 1,000 subscriber, he'll have his 4,000 watch hours in.
We need to get back into doing live streams. So somehow in the next week or 2, we need to figure out what night people will be available to come to a live stream.
Yeah.
And I do have a project in the works. I'm looking at restoring it's a period piece wood burning cooker. It's not an actual old one. It's just a replica of something that was used back in the olden days. So I might really be restoring it. So, I mean, it's just filler fodder. It'll be something different.
Oh, guess who just checked in? WD Glock and Roll. Hey, we're just wrapping up, WD. All right, so that's what's coming up. Everyone, the big push right now is try to get Dave
$4 grand and 1,000 subs.
Yeah, and he's close. He's only 12 away. Actually, let me double check here.
Yeah.
Still 12.
This.
12. I wasn't sure if someone had gone over there or not, but Southern Ohio prepping and
Thursday's topic is what's on your fault line.
Oh, what's on your fault line? Ooh. So we're
Madrid.
talking earthquakes on Thursday, people. And remember, everywhere in the United States is an earthquake zone.
Yep, they've been lying to you all these years.
Yeah.
I haven't
All right.
been lying to them. I've been warning them.
All right. So that's it. So everyone, last word. Any last words? Dave?
Watch
See you
a
later.
video.
What was that again, Dave?
WD just said he subscribed. I said, watch a video or two, please.
Yeah.
I do have to get some content out there so I can get my hours up too. So.
All righty. All right, everyone, stay happy, stay safe, stay prepared, and we'll see you in the next video.